friends, it's Amy at Doki Doki Forest. Welcome. I'm so glad you are here. Now today, I'm going to be working on setting up my alphabet glue book, which is going to be this book right here. I showed this and talked about it a little bit over on my Patreon, but let me talk about it here with you. This is an old notebook that belonged to my kids, which they're no longer using. So I thought, well, let's use it. And as part of my use it or lose it, which is using up my own supplies or giving them away because I have too many images I've collected. So I'm setting up a bunch of different glue books, one of which is going to be this alphabet book. So you can see some nice scribbles here. It's got a plastic cover there. And then it's just a regular spiral bound notebook page kind of thing, just a regular notebook. And the only thing I did to set this up, so to speak, because I was keeping this very simple, was to go through and just mark a small letter A, B, C, D throughout the whole book, because I figure I'm going to fill it with images and then I'll know what page it is because it will have aardvark or whatever here. Now, there were a few extra pages, so what I did was I doubled up some of the letters. So most of them have like a 2-page spread like this, but a few of the letters I gave more pages, so that way I could use up the whole thing. So letters like S, T, R, I think M, those are the ones I figured I could find a lot of images for, or at least I'm hoping I can. So that's very simple. So it's very easy to set this up. I didn't want to make anything too complicated. So there we go, using up this and using up some of these things here, which I will show you. I have a small collection so far of little things I've put aside for the alphabet glue book. It's got a lot of stuff, just like, a key and a watch. Although I think my mass book has a watch section, but it's okay. You find so many of those in the magazines, it shouldn't be an issue. And we'll go through, these are my little mini drawers here. So I have these 3 little drawers. So the first one's people, then animals, and then random. So we'll go through the random today and see if there's anything we can put in here. And we may go through some of the other ones as well. We'll see. So to set this up, I haven't really done anything at all, as you can see. I wanted to keep this intact because I like this scribble or drawing. And so I'm going to keep that. But Lala, who some of you may know here on YouTube, she had the idea of decorating the inside with some ransom letters and perhaps the back cover as well. And the back cover is like this nice cardstock, so I could easily glue on that. So she was thinking I could find the letters for alphabet glue book and put that here, and then put some more letters on the back, and then I can just decorate around it, perhaps with a few more letters here and there, maybe a little bit of paint or something like that. I don't really know. And the first thing we want to do is look in this little box, which is where I keep my letters. So these are all what we call ransom letters. They're just letters from the magazines when you just find some interesting font or something like that. And maybe you don't like the whole word, but the font is cool. So you cut it out and you put it aside to make some words in your journal. So let's dump this out. Let's see if we can find alphabet glue book. And then we'll get gluing. Okay, so here are the letters I went with. I was trying to get a different font for each letter. I didn't always do that. I have the same font here, But overall, I like how it looks. I had some other options over here. If I found duplicates of the letter, I would put them to the side. Some of the letters I didn't have many of. A's I seem to have a lot of. Yeah, like the H, I think I only had a couple of H's, and the U, I had a couple of U's, but I liked the bigger choice if possible, just so that way you could see it. Except for the T. The T's kind of small, but that's okay. You know what? Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, how am I going to fit these big letters on there? So we'll see. And I also put this little pile of smaller letters. I thought I could glue on perhaps for decoration. We'll see. And for now, we're going to figure out how I can get all those letters onto this little space. So let me see. I could just make a couple of rows. Alpha, bet. Yeah, we can do it. I just have to break up alphabet like that. So we'll do that. But actually, I think I want to paint this page or something. I want to have some kind of a background on here. So I'm thinking what I'll do is just a really quick watercolor. It may crinkle the paper. And my other side right away starts with A. So I'm trying to think. I could just do like marker or something like that, because you're really not going to see a lot of the background, just a little bit. Or I could just keep the watercolor like not much water and see what happens. Or I could do, I could do acrylic. I don't want to do acrylic. It's hard to glue on acrylic, so I don't want to use those kind of paints. I think I'll just try watercolor and see what happens, because it doesn't even have to be a lot. So I don't really need to crinkle the paper, hopefully. I just want to get a little something back there so it's just not white. And as you can see, it's not soaking into the paper right away. It's kind of beading up. I don't know if you can see it. It is very, very light. And again, I'm just trying to give a little hint of something. I don't really need it to be dark, but I'm just trying to put something behind those letters so you don't just see white. So we'll see what happens. You know, this is just a regular notepad. I don't even know what the brand is or anything like that. I don't remember where it came from. Maybe I'll just make the edge a little darker at the top, because this is probably the part you might see is like the edges, right? So maybe we'll just do that to make it look kind of finished. Something like that. And it really doesn't have to look awesome. But at least it's got something. And the paper's crinkling a little bit, but not a ton. So we might be all right. And I think that is good. Again, I don't need to do a lot. I just want to do a little hint of something. So let's dry that and we'll see if it uncrinkles a little. Okay, so it's all dry now. It is crinkly. Of course, if I laid some heavy books on there for a bit, it may flatten out, but I'm impatient and I want to get to the gluing. So let's glue our letters on, because I'm very excited to get this all set up and to use up some images. Let's see if I can line this up. The nice thing about using these letters is that if you're going through and you're trying to spell something out and you don't have one of the letters, or you don't like your choices for that letter, you can go back through a magazine that you've like already harvested and just look for letters. So it's one of those things that, you know, you may not have looked for letters initially while going through magazines. Like I almost never do, unless it's a really cool letter that just happens to catch my eye. But overall, I don't look for that. So it's kind of a neat way to use up more from your magazine, because if you're grabbing pictures and you're grabbing phrases and then you're looking for letters, you know, there's not going to be a whole lot left of that magazine when you go to recycle it. So you really get full use. All right, now my letters are all mixed up over here, but I believe it was this B alpha bet. Gotta make sure I'm spelling this correctly. And I like the letters being all over the place. They don't have to be lined up, and chances are they wouldn't be lined up anyway because they're all different sizes and shapes and fonts. So just have fun when you're doing this. So this is my first alphabet glue book. I've been wanting to do it, but this is my first time actually getting one set up. And I kind of set up a bunch of glue books at the same time because I really want to just go through, like I said, use up my stuff, go through my stash, and, you know, do something with it. The thing is, if it's just sitting in the drawers waiting to be used, it may never be used, but also our stuff can get all wrinkly, you know, it can get creased and wrinkled. I've seen that with a lot of my images that I put aside for those someday projects. And then when I went to look at them, I was like, oh man, these are getting all kind of, actually, hold on, let me not put that, oh, this is the same font as this, so I actually want to put that like over more, so it's not directly under it. But yeah, I've gone to use some images that I've been saving, and you know, I thought I kind of stored them carefully, but even being stored with other images in a folder or a drawer, anything like that, they can still get creased and, you know, they shift around and stuff. So I was bummed out to see that they didn't get like ruined per se. Like you can still use them, but I don't like when they get all wrinkly. So anyway, the more images I can use up, the better. Between this and some other glue books I'm setting up, and they're very simple. When I say set up, like I'm trying to make it so simple. Like this one, there was nothing to it. Like I didn't even do anything to set up these pages besides writing a teeny letter at the bottom. Because I don't want the idea of the project to like overwhelm the whole process. You know, if I feel like I have to do a big setup, like I love setting it up, but I have a bunch of different ideas and I want to kind of do all of them. So I want to keep it very simple for myself. All right, I love how this looks. And I was going to put other letters here, but actually I'm not because these were so big. I'm going to leave this like this. I almost feel like I want to put a little like washi border or something at the top. But I think for now, I'm just going to leave it like that. Let's see how it looks with this closed. Yeah, I like that. I like that very much. Maybe I'll just put a little silver around the edges. Or I could do a little, actually, maybe a little marker. Just kind of the same color, but just like kind of doing a little fun squiggle. Just to kind of make it feel like a little more finished or something. There we go. It's not much, but, you know, it's a little something. And you could even come in and put little stickers in the corner or something like that. So that's my super easy setup for the front page. And again, this was inspired by Lala's idea, so thank you. That's a great way to use up some letters and decorate the cover. Oh, I could do the, should I do the inside cover with the letters or the outside? I think I'll do the outside. The only thing I'm worried about is the letters getting rubbed off. So I may put some Mod Podge over it to cover them up. So yeah, I think I'll glue letters on here, but then I'm going to do a Mod Podge because I'm afraid I'll have, like if I glue all these on, when I'm taking it on and off a shelf or whatever, these may all start to peel. So I'm going to glue these on and then Mod Podge. So I have a bunch of small letters because I thought I was going to use those on the front cover, but I'm actually going to glue some stuff on the back cover. So let me go back to my letters and I'll try to pick some big ones, maybe ones that I know I have several of. But again, letters aren't really a thing we have to be too precious about, because we know we can just go to any magazine and find them. Some of the bigger letters might be hard to find, though. Like this H, I know is on every Better Homes and Gardens, so I don't really have to feel like I have to hang on to that. So let's put that on. What else do we have that's like big? This is from like a Wired magazine, but I really like it because it's that like fluorescent. I have numbers in here too, actually. This is just a plain G, so we can just put that on here. Gotta be careful you don't make a word by accident. Oh, wait, what if I put a whole alphabet on the back, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and just kind of like, that would be kind of cute. All right, hold on, I'm going to do that, but I don't even know if I have every letter. Let's see. Maybe I'll use small ones just in case. All right, so I might have to move these guys. So you got A. Hold on, guys. A, B, C, D. Hold on, don't stick yet. Oops, that's okay. All right. Hold on, hold on. Sometimes you got to change the idea right in the process. All right, so this may take me a bit. So I'll probably put this on like double time while I do it. Maybe even faster. Okay, we did it. We found all the letters. Look at that little tiny, tiny Q there. I had to go in a magazine and find that, and it was the word quick for a recipe. So I found that little Q, and you know what? I could always replace it if I find a bigger Q, but I kind of liked it so small. Hopefully I didn't forget any letters. You never know. I actually like messed up when I was gluing them down, and I was even thinking in my head at the time, like, okay, make sure you glue these in order, and then I like messed it up. So I was like, whoops. And the other thing too is that this process is a lot easier if you have a little storage where you separate the letters so you can easily find them, like Janet Nash made this amazing cardboard letter sorter. So she crafted it herself, and then she sorts all her letters and numbers in there, and then that way they're really easy to find. So this is done. I think the next thing I'm going to do is add a little Mod Podge. Let me see how this looks. I don't know if I want to add a lot or a little bit or what I'm doing here. I'm just going to use a cheap brush and put some on here and kind of see if I like it. But the idea is just to make it so these letters don't like pick off the back, because I feel like they will. So I feel like a little sparkle Mod Podge, you know, you get some sparkle on the back and you protect these letters. So I'm going to put on a thin coat, and then I'll let it dry and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so this is now all dry and I absolutely love it. You can see the shine and the sparkle from the Sparkle Mod Podge, and all the letters are on there really nicely. So even if I'm taking this on and off a bookshelf or wherever, the letters should be on there pretty good. So I love that. And then I love the front as well. And I'm getting a little bit of a cold, so my voice is a little bit different. So I'm sorry about that. So now I thought I would just go through some of this. This is my bin of little images like I was talking about before. At first I was just going to do an A page and look for things to put on an A page. But I think what I'll do is just look through and see if there's anything I want to put on any page. So I have this one with the books and duck. So I could do either of those. But I'm going to wait because I have a different project I'm going to use that with. Crystals, I want to save that image for something else. This, I'm not even sure what this is. I think it's maybe an altered book or some sort of artwork. I actually can't quite tell what that is. And I have this one. This could be a little, I thought it was a teapot, but it almost looks like it's a little canister of some kind. Maybe a little sugar canister or flour, something like that. I don't know. A for August, but I'm going to save that. I have this one. This could be R for rope. So let's put that on the R page. So I love this idea of the alphabet book because like I'm doing right now, I can just go through a pile of images and just get some stuff glued down, some stuff I've been holding on to. So it's a great way to just start using up some of your stash. Okay, the first image has been glued in there. We've got our rope there at the bottom. Some more books or comic books here, but I'm going to wait because I have a different book project. This one I could put under H for house. So let's do that. And we'll just stick that over here. Okay, what else do we have? This is a little, oh, this is a little thing I thought would be a cute like mini magazine for like a doll or something. So I'm going to hang on to that. This is some soap though. This is great. I'm going to use this Sasquatch soap. Putting that one up a little bit high because I actually want to trim off that G that's on the image there. There we go. We got a double S because it's Dr. Squat. Well, Doctor is D, but it's like a Sasquatch and soap. This one here is a barbecue, so I'm going to put that under B. Could be a cookout too. Could be a cookout or a barbecue, but I'm going to say barbecue. Just going to go ahead and put that over here because both of these pages are B's. Okay, we have like a geode crystal here, but I think I'm going to save that for now. We've got some shops here. I'm going to save that. We have this one. Whoops. We have this one, which could go under A for alcohol, D for drinks, C for cheers. There's so many things it could go under. I'll put it under A because we don't have anything under A yet. Then we have this one with an apple, which is great for A, but I'm going to wait until I have something else because this is a fussy cut. So I want to wait till I have some other images and then I'll glue that on top. But I'll put that up here because I do like that one. Okay, let's see. Next up we have, oh, campfire. So it's C for campfire and D for donut. So there we go. Those two are perfect. We'll get those in. So you can see how you can just use up images like crazy in this kind of a book. And these are all images that I collected and I didn't really have anything in mind for them. I just collected them. But I don't have like any kind of a project or anything like that. They were just images I liked. So those are perfect images to use in an alphabet book. Because it's not anything that you had specifically designated for a particular project or glue book or anything like that. Let's see, I'll put these donuts down here. Okay, this one could be P for plush. We've got a raccoon, a fox. I'm going to hang on to that one. This one I'm going to hang on to as well. These are like, I think they're laundry. They're little like laundry balls you can put in your dryer. This one could be B for bubbles. I'm going to hold on to that one. Oh, this is a good one. A little tea set, a little teapot and teacups. So that's a good one for tea. See if we can find a couple here. We've got C for cake or D for dessert. Maybe D for dessert because I don't know exactly what that is. So we could put that with our donut. Does it fit right here? Yeah, let's just put it right there. And I'm covering up this D now on this page, but I'm not worried about it because I've got these images here to help remind me of what these are. And if I forget, I'm pretty sure I can remember donut. Even if this one, I was like, wait, was this, glass or is this cake? you know, I know that this is donut. So D for donut. This is a good clothesline or dresses. I could do D for dresses and put this on here. But I think I'll wait. This one I'm going to hold on to for a different project. This one could be T for tags or G for gift. It's a little vague, so I'm going to hold on to that. This one I'm also going to hold on to. This is a Disney trip. They're at Radiator Springs here. Oh, C for candle, though. I could use these. Let's do candle. Little lantern here, but again, that one's fussy cut. We'll put that one to the side. We do have a nice clock here. I'll put that up there because I don't want to glue it yet. This one I'm going to save. This one I'm saving for something else. This one, I don't know what this would be. Hula hoop? Maybe an H. But again, it's kind of it's a round shape, so I'd save that. This one too, B for ball would be great, but it's fussy cut. But I'll put it up here. There's a little disco ball. What's this one? Oh, this is a little tiny bike. It's hard to see though. And this is a little magazine. This could be a Cheers or wine glasses, but I'm going to wait for that. We have a Jeep for J. Let's put that in. I feel like, I'm not sure if I'll have a lot of J. Maybe I will. This will kind of help me see which letters I have a lot of images for and which ones are harder. I think I want to put this one down here. Okay, I for imagination, but again, that's a fussy cut. I'm just going to put the fussy cuts to the side because I know I'm not using those. It's a painting, P for painting. Put that one up there, maybe that one. Carrots, that's fussy cut. Those I'm going to save. I have another disco ball here, which I could use for D later on. Barnes & Noble gift card. Pins. Do P for pins. It's kind of neat. Let's put that up there. P for peach. So we've got peach and pins we could do. Coffee. I think I have another project I can use that in. Let's see, what else do we have? There's a little comic there. There's an apron. There's a good A one. I'll put that in apron. I mean, under A for apron. Let's see, some of these are for something else. I already have a house. That could be a shed, though. I think that's a shed. But I'm going to wait on that. These, I don't even know. Like, are they clouds? Or they look like they're from space, though. It looks like a galaxy. So, I don't know about that. This is just, I don't know. We got some little rabbits here, or bunnies. So, maybe. Oh, this I thought looked like the chest that they use in Snow White, that the evil queen gives to the huntsman and wants him to put Snow White's heart in there. So, I thought that would be cool for something else. These are like puzzle pieces. Those would be good, but they're, again, those would be fussy cut. This is a gate, right? So maybe I'll use that. Here's a hat. But I thought this would be fun to cut out and put on somebody else's head. These rakes are fun. I could do rake. So let me put that there. And let's see, it's a little something. This is a little bit of a fussy cut just because the shape is wonky, so I wouldn't put that one in yet. Same with this one. This is great for blocks. But I have to wait for another round. But I could still put it up here to keep. Okay, let's see. We've got bees, honeycomb, beekeeping. Could be any of those. So I could do that for B. These I'm going to use for something else. This is another B for birdhouse. I'd have to trim it into a better shape, though, because right now it's kind of wonky. So I could I could do that. That'll be another round. That'll be another round. Let's see, we'll get through the fussy cuts. This one, I'm not sure what I'd put that under. We have water bottle, though. W. Let's get that one. We've got some thread, but I'm going to put that in my green book, I think. I like that. Water. We could have water and water bottle. I think I have another project for that too, though. Waterfall. Let's get that in. All right, so we've got a bunch of stuff. Let's get some of these things in that we found. I just realized I don't think that's an apron. I think that's like a bag, a tote bag. I thought it was an apron for cooking, but I think it's actually a bag. So I'll put that under B. Let's see, we've got cards here, a stamp. I'm going to hold on to that. We have a sink here, or dishes. I'm going to hold on to that for now. Mailbox, I'm going to hold on for something else. This one I can hold on for something else. This one, hold on to. It's like a cactus, but I feel like it's not the best picture. Hold on to this. Hold on to that. This is for my pink color book, so I know I'm doing something with that. This one could go, I have a silver page. I might put it with that. And there's like the Galaxy's Edge. Is that what the Star Wars land is called, I think? In Disney World, Disneyland. We've got some buttons there, but I know I have another picture of buttons I'm going to use. That could be like statue, rock, sculpture. Sled would be a good one. I'm going to put that up there because that's a fussy cut. This would be a good one for stitch, but I'm going to wait on that. Same thing with these two button ones. Green I need for something else. This flower I'm going to use for something else. This is sort of like garden tools. I could put that in. I'm going to hold on to it for now. I'm not sure. I'm not going to use that or this or this. Let's see. I'm not going to use that. B for bingo. That would be fun. Let's put that under B. Okay, we've got some little ones there. This one, I'm not sure what I would put that under. Let's see, some little tiny things here. This I was going to use in something else. I could put this under hand or writing. I think I have I know I have a stationary prompt in something else. I could use it with that as well. Could use these jars. J for jars. There's another J, so let's use that. Oh, W watermelon. That would be a good one. Let's use that. There we go. Picnic basket. I could put that under P for picnic basket. We have some dishes here, which I could either put under blue in my Rainbow Colors glue book, or I could put under dishes here. I think I'll save it maybe for the blue page. This is a great lunchbox. Could also use it for tangerines, but I'd use it for lunchbox. But yeah, again, it's a fussy cut, so that will be like phase 2. This would be a good one. You could do AI or robot. Needle and thread there. Look at some little cookies here. This is good for the blue page. Put that aside. Peppers. I like this a lot. I'm going to put that at the top, though, because that's a fussy cut. Steering wheel. Let's use that for S. These mugs would be great, but again, that would be a fussy cut. What's this one? Like a little, what do you call this? I'm blanking out on what you call this. Not a pitcher, right? I'm not sure. I'm not going to use that. Not using that. That could go on a green page. Trees. Could use that for T for trees. Oh, I like this, but I'm not going to use that in here. This, could use it under like L for lemons, lemonade. Maybe. This I'm going to use in something else. This I'm using in something else. And that's something else. I know these are being used in something else too. Some of these foresty images and green images. Oh, here's a good one. But I could put that on an orange page, or I could put it in here. I'm going to put that in my orange colors. Glue book. This, again, that'll go under yellow. That's going to go under yellow. That's going to go under blue. So I'm putting those things aside. We have another painting here. I'm going to wait on that. We've got Starbucks. I'm going to wait on that too, because I know I have a coffee page coming up. Let's see. What do we have here? We got mushrooms. I'm going to save that. We have a pan or a pot. It's actually a clock, it looks like, though. So that could be pan, pot, or clock. Oh, I like these hydrangeas for in here. I'll put them with my purple page for now, though, because they're fussy cut, so I can't use them yet. Pillows would be great for the P page. I can put that at the top. This would be great for the colors glue book. This could be path or biking, forest. I mean, you can just decide what you want to use it for. I'm just going through, and some of these things, like this, I don't know what I'm using this for. I could just put it under P for plant. Actually, I have a plant prompt, so I could put it under that. Here's another one with oranges. So I could put it here, but I feel like I'm going to put that with my orange glue book. This is for the yellow page in my colors glue book. This is for a different project. What's this little one? Teeny house. Water, paint, and some little things at the bottom, little scrappy things at the bottom. All right, so let's get these in. I found 3 more images I want to just put on before we call it a day. Little penguins. We got P for penguins. So we'll just put them right here. There we go. And then I have this one. She's playing a violin. So that's great because I feel like V's going to be a tough one. That might be a challenging one. So let's get a violin on here. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Jeff Goldblum. We've got to put him on. Now, he could go under J. He could go under G. He could go under A for awesome. I'm going to put him under J because I'm not sure if I'll have a lot of J. Although I did find 2 things today. So let's put him right here at the top. He's greeting us right when we turn to that page. Okay, so we were able to get a bunch of images in here, and this is looking much better. I can actually close the drawer again and put that back in. Next time I can go through my animals drawer and see if we have anything in there for the book. But I'm feeling really good because I used up a bunch of images, and I also found images to put in a pile that I'm going to sort that are going to other glue books. So if you're looking to use up your images and you're thinking of something to do, this alphabet glue book is a great idea. And yeah, I'm really pleased with it, and I can't wait to create in there again. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Thank you to Lala for having the idea of using these letters. It's a great way to use up the letters as well, because I do have a bunch of these that I don't really use. So thank you so much for the suggestion. Thank you to all of you for hanging out with me today, and I will see you again soon.